Peru is our second destination in South America after a trip to Argentina in 2017 and 2018. Machu Picchu has been on our bucket list and now our dreams became a reality. Peru became our goal and destination for a short spring break vacation of 2019. We start our adventure in Chicago and fly through Dallas-Fort Worth Airport to Lima in Peru. After a short stopover we head immediately to Cusco to start our Peruvian adventure. Our plane is approaching Cusco Airport above the mountain tops. After safe landing we head eventually to our hotel. Katarina, who will be our guide for the next 4 days, starts with pep talk about altitude sickness and health concerns. Before we reach our hotel we learn about Pachacutic, legendary Inca warrior and founder of Inca Empire. We arrive at San Agustin Hotel in the late morning on Saturday. After hotel registration, short rest and lunch in the city we start sightseeing. Coricancha, built by Incas, is a must-see attraction. Incas used what is now called ashlar masonry with perfectly squared cubes. No mortar was needed to join the cubes. Coricancha was destroyed by Spanish conquistadors in 16th century and remnants of it are the foundation for Santo Domingo Church. We leave old Inca ruins and head on towards the main square. After strolling in the city, we head back towards the hotel. On our way back there is a peaceful demonstration going on. In the evening the city is still very much alive with beautifully lit Coricancha. Next day, March 24th, we head on towards Ollantaytambo. Our final destination will be Machu Picchu. There are few stops on our way to Sacred Valley. First we stop at a local market. It is a popular tourist destination and like during other trips Joanna will negotiate the prices. There are local crops, art and typical souvenirs. We cannot leave without buying a Peruvian flute and other tiny gadgets.
This one, this in the elaboration, this my husband. This my elaboration. This I make. This different, this como escritura. This is carving.
Here is typically from this area. When you see always like a big plain color, and then we call this section the payais, so the designs. The designs are put it to the sides. Or mainly the design is in the middle and it's plain color over there. Now when you see the other ones like these ones that are also handmade, those are coming from by other communities.
Water with this humidity, with this temperature, they have to observe the behavior of the plant in different ecoregions that they have here. And to do that, they create morale. So by using the sun, the isolation and water, they were able to observe the behavior of the plant. So after a completely cycle of year, they were able to tell their people, oh, this year that we know that we don't want to have rain, so we know exactly that this and this is going to work, so don't worry. So through this kind of knowledge, they were able to avoid this starvation.
On our way to Ollantaytambo we visit More. Incas used to experiment with crops and the place served as a lab to grow crops in different weather conditions.
Incas were not tall people. The tallest were about my size. In the highlands, over 10,000 feet, you don't develop tall people. Just natural adaptation again. Shorter you are, your center of gravity is closer to you, and you need less calories to survive.
Salt Flats is another tourist attraction. Saltwater spring delivers water that dries out in small fields and regular salt is recovered.
The water is coming from there, and from there we have a lot of branches. So during the dry season, when this is working, the families will start to filling up the ponds according to their convenience. Because if they fill up the whole ponds in once, then they don't want to have hands for harvesting the salt. Now that people know about the good properties and it's becoming old fashioned, so It's more expensive, but affordable. Eh? We pay 1 kilo of salt in Cusco. We pay 70 cents. Normally, the red one. Este y el amarillo, ¿no, mami? Este?
Ah, sí, así, así.
Those two different kinds are the ones that we use for the chicha. So how is the process? This is imansuti.
We visit a local brewery. An elderly woman explains the process of brewing an alcoholic drink out of corn. It looks like lemonade and we taste a little bit, but our guide does not recommend drinking a lot in case we get sick. We learn about local customs and before heading out we play a game.
So this is a replica, of course, but the scholars found in the archaeological site, in the tombs. So the quipu was basically a main rope like this, and a lot of strings hanging from there. And this was the accounting system of the Incas, but nowadays we know that was also a type of language, based in the numerical data, 0 and 1, and in units. So you start by the bottom, yeah? In the bottom you have symbols like 1 to 10. This is an offering to Mother Earth. Has a lot of coca, many coca all around. Also seashells, we'll have some seeds, whatever you had at home, the best for Mother Earth. And
We arrive in Ollantaytambo late in the afternoon. Our hotel is located near a railroad station, from which we will depart tomorrow to Machu Picchu. Meanwhile we enjoy the dinner in a hotel restaurant. This is where I learn about my nickname given by my kids, Daddy McMaddy, with detailed explanation of the nickname's origin. The following day, Monday, we head towards Ollantaytambo. A Peruvian woman set up her shop on a hotel lawn. City streets are busy with traffic. Small taxis speed through narrow streets. Ollantaytambo ruins are located on a mountain hill. They attract a lot of tourists.
The Incas was probably an Inca city with the function of a capital, just like Machu Picchu and the other places that the Incas built. They store a huge amount of the supplies, and also they have a huge amount of everything, textiles, ceramic pottery, metal tools.
While in Ollantaytambo we learn a lot about the Inca Empire, their culture and customs. Temple of the Sun on top of the mountain is a marvel of engineering. We need to head down the mountain and towards the station as our next destination is Machu Picchu. Travel to Machu Picchu by train will take about an hour. Railroad follows the river Urubamba. We get some snacks and pisco sour.
Pisco sour.
Pisco is the name of the brand.
Okay.
Pisco sour.
No, go outside.
Today,
Wyssać to teraz.
Czy takie są w Ameryce?
We have a rock slide years ago. So that is a metallic net that was put there. Did you know that the life of Mr. Bingham inspired that famous movie character that you were mentioning, Indiana Jones?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
So Mr. Bingham is the real Indiana Jones. the inspiration to create that character.
They call me the pro. Indiana Jones.
They call me the Gua.
A ty Adaś?
We spent an entire afternoon in Machu Picchu.
Okay.
The weather is gorgeous. Sunshine, no rain and golden hour of photography. We continue to learn about the Inca Empire, their culture, customs and architecture. It is truly one of the world's wonders.
See a perfect line coming through that window and separating that rock in two equal pieces.
After successful first day in Machu Picchu, we relax in Peruvian French restaurant. It is a unique place where walls are placated with pictures and business cards. The food is awesome. At the end of the day we pin Catherine to the wall with her Instagram address.
Możesz mieć tutaj tak, żeby było widać Instagram handle, okej? I możesz zrobić... Bo nie w piersi.
No to gdzie nam zrobić? No, jak nie w głowę? Poczekaj.
Ale tak sideways może. Nie, bo przechyliłeś. Kto zabija? Są takie Indian foxes. Aha. Co?
The following day we plan on climbing the mountain Huayna Picchu. Weather has changed. We expect us during a rain season some rain and clouds. It is perfect though for our climb. It is nearly 1,000 feet of vertical climb to reach the summit. Although I do get short of breath, we reach the summit and have a beautiful view. Breathtaking experience. After returning to our hotel I checked my oxygen levels. It reads 96%. It is time to leave Machu Picchu.
A wiesz jak znaczki wyglądają?
Nie.
Są stykiery i pieczątki przykładane.
During our way back home there are more surprises on the train.
Siedziałby koło mnie. Siedziałby koło mnie.
So we have a king, we have a queen that are carried by pole. There's a lot of people, like 600 actors and actresses. And they come from Coricancha, they go to the main plaza, and from the main plaza up here. And they are carried by people. And the rest of the local people follow them. So this path, very dark, but I guess none of you is afraid of it. It's a nice experience. Don't use the flashlight, okay? Just be careful with your head. It's also small. We're gonna go down and you can use your hands to see where we are.
Ja mogę pójść pierwszy. No to idźmy.
O, to też to chyba kokał. Skądś są jakieś liście.
Jezus Maria, Adaś.
Are you coming or not?
Wednesday is our last day with Catherine in Cusco. We walk up to see Sacsayhuaman. It is another Inca site on a mountain surrounding the city. Nearby, the Christ Redeemer statue resembles the one from Rio de Janeiro. After returning from the trip we learn about few shopping tricks and say goodbye to Catherine. It was absolutely a wonderful experience. We can't resist a visit to Chocolate Museum and make our own chocolate. In the evening we enjoy local cuisine in Cusco. Freshly made guacamole and Peruvian pear. Next day we depart across the country towards Puno on Lake Titicaca.
I was already add some onions, white onions, some tomatoes in a cube, some coriander, some salt, have some lime juice too, and some Tabasco for a little bit spicy too. We was added a ají limo, it's a Peruvian chili, but it's not too spicy right now because it's without the beans too.
Road trip from Cusco to Puno will take entire Thursday. There are numerous tourist attractions on the way: old church with wall paintings, Roxy ruins from Inca Empire, Laurea mountain pass at 14,000 feet, and a town of Pucara with pre-Inca ruins and artifacts. We reach our destination in the evening.
Usually was a straw roof, like the picture. And then you want to see the circular one, they are the column.
Roxy used to be one of the most populated Inca cities at the time. It is known for a temple of Huayracocha, a long rectangular building with some walls still standing. Spanish conquistadors destroyed it and only few ruins remain standing now. Pucara is a small town on our way to Puno. Pre-Inca artifacts and ruins were discovered here. A tiny museum with sculptures dating back 2500 BC are on display in few rooms.
Red sofa, more than 2 meters. Señores, este monolito es original, tiene 2500 años de antigüedad. ¿Sí? Hecho a mano. ¿Cómo lo han podido hacer, señores? ¿Sí? Ahora sí, máquina, ¿no? Entonces más fácil. Now we use machine, but in that age, no. Well, this represents the catfish, no? Representa el pez gato. You can see the eyes. Can you see the eyes? Los ojos y los bigotes. The mustache. No, los bigotes. Sí, aquí la rana, the frog. Sorry. The snake, and the frog. La rana, la serpiente. Theology. Snake, puma, condor. Right? Always in the Andean cosmovision, the life is divided in 3 levels of the life. We call Ukupacha, Kaipacha, Hanampacha. Ukupacha is the past represent the snake, Kaipacha puma, where we are now, and then Hanampacha, where is the condor, the future.
After leaving Pucara we head south to Puno and pass through the city of Juliaca. Busy streets, chaotic architecture and soldiers patrolling the streets in trucks. This is not very inspiring as we are supposed to depart from Juliaca's airport and fly to Lima in 2 days. Puno is located 3,800 meters above the sea level. The city is a union of 2 cultures and multilingual, Aymara, Quechua, and Spanish. Hotel Plaza de Armas, where we plan to stay, is located in the city center. Streets are still busy with honking cars and whistles from traffic control officer. Tomorrow's destination, Lake Titicaca. Lake Titicaca has numerous tourist attractions. We depart from Marina and head towards a floating island. Roy Rojas is our guide for the day. As usual, a little bit of history and then we cruise toward the island. Quechua culture is unique. For generations people used to live on islands built from lake grass. We receive a very warm reception. Roy describes Quechua culture, traditions, principles of building floating islands. There is time for souvenirs, dressing up, and then the major surprise. Local woman while dressing up Catherine sings in Polish.
Napotkała myśliweczka bardzo zgranego, aha, bardzo zgrabnego, aha, bardzo zgrabnego. Gdzie jest ta dziewczyna, gdzie jest ten dom? Gdzie jest ta dziewczyna, co kocham ją? Znalazłem ulicę, znalazłem dom, znalazłem dziewczynę, to kocham ją.
Wow!
From a floating island we head towards Taquil Island in the middle of Lake Titicaca. The inhabitants, known as Taquileños, speak Puno Quechua. They are known for their fine hand-woven textiles and clothing, which are regarded as among the highest quality handicrafts in Peru.
They're looking for me to pay the tickets, the ticket entrance fees. This money now goes to, of course, the people, and they use this money to build or to fix the paths, the piers. Oh, it's nice. Oh, please receive one ticket that represents your entrance fee. It has the nice map of the island, so you could see where we are. The islanders learn how to make this, that knowledge passed to the next generation. The next generation also add their own symbols, and this is how it's evolving. Very nice.
So both men and women wear these hats?
No,
Just
men,
Okay.
not just men. Ladies, women on this island use these. This is now the typical cloth of a killer. The shorts. Huh? This is used. I must remember the ladies on the top, but this is used like this. It's like this. So these shawls or these black blankets is used
Before
into this
lunch, Roy
position
demonstrates
because
hats knitted by men and shawls worn by women. People believe that knitting makes you relaxed and smart. Patterns are passed from one generation to another. Top white half signifies a single person. Two local men show soap production from plant ingredients available on the island. Taquilians are known for having created a sustainable tourism model. In the evening we celebrate a wonderful time in Puno and Peru. Another pisco sour toast. Early in the morning on Saturday we drive to Juliaca's airport. It is a short flight to Lima. Before final departure home, we spent half-day sightseeing the Peruvian capital. The May 2nd Square, in Spanish, Plaza das de Mayo, is a square located in the historic center of Lima. Its construction was commissioned by the Peruvian government in the 1870s to commemorate the Battle of Callao, which had taken place on May 2, 1866. We drive through the historic district of Lima to get to the next one, the Plaza San Martín. Its central monument gives homage to Peru's liberator, José de San Martín. Eventually we end up in Plaza de Armas. It is considered the birthplace of the city of Lima, as well as the core of the capital.
Made in wood. But when I said around of this plaza, only the cathedral is the oldest element since colonial time. Because the Archbishop...
One of the historic buildings located on the plaza is Cathedral of Lima, completed in 1622. Remains of famous conquistador Francisco Pizarro are buried here. On our list of tourist attractions is the Aliaga family house. The Casa de Aliaga is the oldest colonial mansion in Lima. maybe even in whole South America.
It's called Aliaga House. Remember that I mentioned that in this house still live many generations of the first owner? 16 generations. Since 16.
From the entrance hall, a marble staircase with wooden balustrade leads upstairs.
Generally in the house there are several paintings who represent different religious images.
Under the collection of colonial art are numerous paintings, statues and the sword of Geronimo de Aliaga, which led him to the conquest of Peru. The interiors are decorated with colonial-style furniture, with Spanish tiles that adorn the walls. The small patio is carefully decorated and has a wrought iron fountain.
And the lady, lived 3 years more, but she died not many years too. I remember that this was in 2008. And as you can see, it's a big family, but not all the people live here, only Mr. Gonzalez, because his children also live in another side. He's the older son, no? So probably the future owner in the house. So look at this, very smiley for that.
The house has been owned and lived in by the Aliaga family and their descendants since Francisco Pizarro granted the land to Geronimo de Aliaga in 1535. Our final stop in Lima is National Museum, containing artifacts that offer an overview of pre-Hispanic human history in Peru. It constitutes an archaeological record spanning the period from 14,000 BC to Spanish colonization of South America.